Good morning, everybody. How's everybody this morning? Thursday morning, 7 o'clock, live video, quote of the day. Who's joining us? It's going to be a good session today because I'm going to tell a story, and everybody likes a story. So I've just looked at the quote of the day and I thought, okay, I'm going to tell a little bit of my journey because a lot of people. Good morning, Chris Booker. Oh, sorry, not Chris. My eyes are fuzzy. I'm so sorry, Claire. Claire, how are you, Claire? Newly invested. I saw your post on Facebook. You think you're cycling to work, riding to work. Morning, Michelle. Morning, Steve. Steve and Claire are here. Rob, Phil, Edna. Hi, everybody. Claire says morning, good stuff. Claire says she's up. Okay, see, I guess you're not riding. Okay, Phil, morning all. Okay, we've got 10 people, so I'm going to crack on. Oh, Rob, you're right. Okay, I forgot again. It's not in the routine, it's only the second day. Okay, it's going. The egg timer is going. Right. Morning, James and Faye. So I'm just playing with the screen, just waving to a few people, and then I will crack on. Lots of people saying good morning. Justina, you've joined us as well. Lovely to see you, Justina. Okay, so quote of the day, straight into it. I hope everybody's well today. I'm excited today. So I've got lots of work to do, and I did lots of work yesterday. Kind of cleared the wood for the trees, so I can concentrate on the big things today. So it's exciting. Yesterday was little things like. Anyway, I won't go into it. The quote of the day is: "Turn your wounds into wisdom." Nice and short and sweet. Turn your wounds into wisdom by Oprah Winfrey. Okay, so what does that mean to you? What does it mean to me? So I'm going to tell a little story. So I think, to be honest, that quote is all of my journey. I went through a massive adversity, and now I'm standing on the stage sharing it. So the wounds I went through my car accident, I now use as wisdom to help other people. So the story, morning Graham, the story that I want to talk about is when I'd come out of hospital and I was doing lots of rehabilitation, and that is the process you've got to go through to get yourself better, to get myself better. Morning Kathy. And it was very much about physio, rehabilitation, and I was always asking myself, what more can I do, what more can I do, what more can I do? At one point I had 22 different exercises to do in physio. And I'd always ask the physio, was there anything more that I could do? And, they were thinking about my left leg and my right leg and my whole body. And I was wanting to do something a bit more, because physio, let's be face it, it's quite boring, painful, monotonous, as we talked about this before. So I wanted to do something exciting. Now I had an exercise bike at home, and I thought, right, can I get on the exercise bike or not? Now, at that time, I had a big metal cage on my leg, and it was quite horrific and horrendous and very painful. So I asked the physio, could I get on the exercise bike? She said, no, Mr. Judge. She says, no, you've got a big metal cage on your leg. Every time you go round, that metal cage is going to clash on the exercise bike. And I was like, okay, that's a fair point. It's a good point. But I felt when I was sat at home in my wheelchair staring at this exercise bike, I thought there must be something that I can do. The engineer in me just thought that I was leaning on my excuses. So what can I do? I've got to start thinking about what I can do rather than what I can't do. So, morning, Chloe. Nice for you to join us. Very early for you. Sorry, no offence. You're a teenager. What are you doing up at this time? Morning, Jags. So I went into my garage. I took my wheelchair, my crutches into my garage, and over the series of a day, I made myself a big wooden pedal. So this wooden pedal was going to be connected onto the exercise bike pedal that would push my leg out by about 2 inches. So at the end of the day, I was very excited, adrenaline pumping. I came back into the house, put this wooden pedal onto the exercise bike with some Velcro straps, and then I used my crutches to climb onto my bike. And there, sat on the bike, I strapped my foot in again using some Velcro straps, and it was nice and secure. And I started pushing with this big metal cage on my leg on the exercise bike, pushing it round. And as I turned the pedals round, I could hear the whirring of the wheel going round, and I started getting hot and getting sweaty. And then after that, the adrenaline started pumping, and after that, the endorphins were released. And I can remember pedaling, getting sweating. The sweat was dripping down me. And I was thinking, wow, look at me, I'm cycling, I'm doing it. But more than that, I remember saying, I did it. Because don't forget, the physio told me that I couldn't do this. And I felt that that was leaning on an excuse. And so I turned that excuse into a challenge. And I did succeed it. And I remember smiling for the first time in a long time. Morning, Joe. Nice to see you. Mwah. So the story there is, what did I learn from that? And that is the quote. The quote was that I didn't want to lean on my excuses. I wanted to turn them into a challenge. And so I ask you, the question is to all the people tuned in today and the people watching this video, is that next time somebody tells you that you can't do something, is that true? Or next time you tell yourself something that you can't do, is that true? Or is that an excuse that you're leaning on? And if that is an excuse, then I would urge you to turn that excuse into a challenge and push on. Just like I did with the wooden pedal on the exercise bike. The message there is very much my book. I use it a lot. To don't lean on your excuses, but turn your excuses into challenges. Where's that come with the quote? Because that's what the quote is all about. That was a painful situation, an adversity. It was my wounds, as it were. And now that's become my philosophy. And that's what I talk about on the stage, my keynote, when I'm showing it to audiences, whether they're face-to-face or whether it's on Zoom. That is the message, that is the core message about don't lean on your excuses and turn your excuses into challenges. That is the wisdom that I'm sharing. And so hopefully that will ring true with you. Now, I do understand that sometimes it is a fact and sometimes it's an excuse. And sometimes you just cannot do it. It's a fact. But think about what you can do rather than what you can't do. Don't dwell on the things. I was talking to Rob Pickering. We had a really good coaching session yesterday, business coaching session. And we were talking about things that you can control and things that you can't control. And there's another quote that I saw. It's very much something along the lines of, if there's something that you can't control, then control your response to that situation. And I thought, I like that, because I get very frustrated when I can't control things, like the coronavirus, like situations out there. I like to be in control, and sometimes you just cannot. It's a fact. It's not an excuse, it's a fact you can't control it. So control what you can control, your response, how you react to it, what you can do, the actions that you take. And I like that, because again, it puts me in control a little bit. Okay, enough about me. What about you? What are you thinking to this quote? Does that ring true? Or have you got some situations where you've had a wound and you've learned from that and you've passed on your wisdom to others? So please put in the chat what you think to that. And also, if you want me to help you in any way. Morning, Sarah, joining us halfway through. Nice to see you this morning. Break through the unknown, says Faye. Yes, break through the unknown. Don't lean on your excuses. See that barrier as an excuse and smash through that barrier by turning that into a challenge. And it is challenging, of course it is, but it can be exciting as well. And when you smash through that barrier, the accolades that you get, the celebration, don't forget the celebration, pat on the back. So yes, please put in the chat what you think or whether you've got any examples, and that would be awesome. If you want my help, please contact me as a coach, as a speaker. I mentioned the book. Okay, I'm doing a lot of this at the moment. So as I'm posting these out, if you want a copy of the book, please contact me. A signed copy, of course, a signed copy with a nice little message. Tristan says, always about the action you can take. Don't focus on the situation, but your reaction to it. Great quote, Steve Judge. Okay, I got the quote from somebody else, but yeah, I'll take it. It's my quote. Thank you, Tristan. Very good. Sarah, nice of you to join us. And Caroline, thank you for your message yesterday, updating me on the corona situation. Nice to see you join us. James, different between fact and excuses. Good line. Yeah, it is. And don't get them mixed up. If you really, it is a fact. Don't get frustrated that you can't do it. It's a fact. Move on. Think about what you can do. Chloe says, what when your mum says you can't do it? What do you do then? This is probably a longer conversation. When your mum says you can't do it, I guess that's compromise then, or consequences, or negotiations maybe as a teenager. But again, think about what you can do rather than can't do. It depends on the situation. There's all sorts there, but negotiation skills is usually quite tactful. Okay, right, I'm looking at the egg timer. It's looking good, but I started it late, so I'm going to finish it now. Guys, if you want any messages from me, if you want to have a chat, feel free to give me a shout. Otherwise, keep safe, keep well, and I will see you all tomorrow, Friday morning, 7 o'clock, live video, quote of the day. I'm really looking forward to it already. I'm thinking of doing something on the row machine. I'll tell you about it tomorrow if I actually do it. I guess that's not good accountability, but we'll see. Okay, until then, take care everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.